Okay, I've had a few requests about people who are trying to use iMovie, so I'm going to try to make a really quick screencast here of iMovie, maybe hopefully to get a few people started. I'll try to keep it as short as I can. Basically, is what I'm going to do is kind of show you how to get started, a couple of the tools, and maybe how to export the movie. So right up here is what you would typically do to get started. I already have a project open. Is you'd go to File, you'd go to File, New Movie, okay? And I would just typically pick, if I were getting started, just pick no theme, and you could go back and play with a lot of these themes later, okay? So I would just pick no theme to get started. And in the old iMovie, you had to use the photos that were in your iPhoto library. They had to come into your iMovie. You no longer have to do that. You can, I'm just going to go out to my desktop. I'm just going to grab a photo that's on my desktop, and I'm just going to drag it in here to kind of show you a few things. So right now that comes in at defaults, it's at 4 seconds. If I want to make that longer, I can just go out here to the end and I can just drag it out, and I can just make that one picture longer if I want to. Another way to do that is to come up here and make sure it's selected in yellow, because anytime it's selected in yellow, that means you're working on it, okay? And you can come up here and you can just change the duration of time. So I'm just going to change this to 10 seconds, okay? So now it's 10 seconds long. All right, let's say that there was a piece of this I didn't want. This is my playhead, and I want to split this clip maybe into a couple pieces. So you just go Control-click, okay, and we're going to split the clip, and you'll see now that it's split into two separate clips, and maybe there's a piece of it right in here that I don't want in my movie. So I'm going to split it again, okay. So I'm going to split the clip again. Now I've got three pieces. I've got one here, and one here. I don't want this piece. This is the part I want to edit out, so I'm just going to delete it out, okay. So that's just some really quick getting started editing things that you can do. You can do that with audio. You can do it with video. There's a lot of different things that you can do. We're not going to get into the audio very much right now. If anybody has any questions down the road, be sure to ask. So I'm going to delete this clip out. I'm just going to stretch this out again, make it a little bit longer. And I just want to show you really quick how you can do a green screen, because that seems like sometimes people have a lot of trouble with that. So I'm going to select this clip up here where they're in green screen. I'm going to drag it down here on top. Okay, so I have to put my image in first, okay, that I want my green screen to work on. So the image here is the tractor. I'm going to set this on top of here. Okay, I'm going to come up here to this little icon and click on this, and I get these other options. I can do a cutaway, I can do green, blue screen, split the screen, picture in picture. There's a number of things that we can do, but I'm going to show you the green screen, so I'm going to click on that. Okay, now I have to crop this down so that it's only the green piece that is going to be in my image. So I'm going to grab these little handlebars here, these little toolbars, and drag them down in here. Get everything, inside of that was on the green. Okay, and you can spend a lot of time doing stuff like that. You can also clean it up here with this softness tool. You can do some things with that. You can kind of see how that changes the image. You can also do this little eraser tool. You can come in here and you can click on this. That'll kind of help clean it up. Okay, so you can play around with those tools. But basically, that's how the green screen works. And you come down here, you can kind of see that now they're in front of the tractor doing their thing. So that's kind of iMovie, just really super fast. There's a lot of parts to iMovie. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. But if anybody has any questions, be sure to let me know. Right here is where I would go ahead, and if I wanted to share that as a movie, I always just share them as a file, share it to my desktop, share it to a folder, share it wherever you want it to go, and that'll kind of get you started with iMovie. So if you have any more questions, please ask. Thanks.